they lost that matchup, which would have given them direct access to Pro League. They lost it against Accelerate, who, congratulations, are now in Pro League. That was a 2-1. 2 maps that were played on it. Coastline was one of them, which is now we're getting into. Egang play Noble. First map, walkover for Noble. Second map, the one defense round that Egang were able to grab on Border was the one that won them the game, 6-4.
It was also the only defensive round.
100%. And 5 rounds that they won in a row. And then we head to Coastline, which is a map, as mentioned, was already played by Egang, which Noble are pretty strong on. So can you tell us why this is a good map for Noble here?
Yeah, they've been playing this map quite a lot. Not just just everywhere. Noble play. They're one of the teams that plays Coastline the most in North America, and they're going to have a pretty good position here right now. It was one of the few maps that they managed to win on in the regular season against SK of all teams.
They tied Obey on it as well.
They tied SSG on it. You know, this is a really good map for Noble for sure. But it's also a good map for Elephant Gang, as we've seen before. Now, in case you were wondering, you know, we just talked over the operator ban phase, but you haven't missed anything. It was the same exact operator ban phase that we've seen for the last 2 maps. Go figure. So, Kitchen first defense here for Noble, and not a huge surprise. This has definitely been their favorite site historically, and seeing it be their favorite, well, their go-to site to begin with. Does not surprise. Yeah, no.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
It's normal.
We were talking about this in our first match, of course, because we did see Coastline. The question was, we're not seeing a lot of Penthouse. How come both teams are going for the site nowadays with you know, the strategies not really being built around it, especially the fact that we're... What did he just do? Did he just destroy the barricade and then put the barricade?
It must have been accidentally broken at some point, or maybe he broke like a part of it to throw a camera through, and then wanted to break the whole thing. No, he couldn't throw it because the preparation phase.
Yes.
I don't.
Okay.
He accidentally broke a part of it, and he wanted to be fully reinforced. There you go.
There you go. That aside, we'll see how this pans out, because you know, Noble are sitting downstairs in the kitchen, but still, for kitchen, you need control of the top floor, and you know, Egang bringing the Maverick might not have that big an effect on this site specifically, but I wonder if the Zofia is bringing breaching charges, or this just the Claymore, because they're going to rely on both the Buck and the Ash for that soft destruction, taking top floor.
You don't have to hold the top for the whole round as defense. You have to at least delay control of the top floor for the attackers. That's the big thing. You know, if you're falling off the top floor and there's more than a minute in the round, it's a problem. That means the attackers are going to use it against you. So definitely holding it for as long as possible is big. But it looks like Elephant Gang are actually going to be attacking primarily from the Sunrise Bar, which, while it is exposed to the top floor, it definitely is, I'd say, one of the more detached attacks in terms of, hey, how much do we need to exert pressure upstairs?
Well, Trippin is moving up to the pool balcony. I'm not sure if they have already droned out the VIP, but it'll definitely be the Ash here to get that sort of info. There you go, walks right in. Neptunes is already in the billions room and has some sort of hold on the hallway. He's going to check the baggage area. Nobody in there. And he's going to set up a drone for later rotation holds, just in case there's a flank. And he walks into VIP. So at least they have control of that. The Ash is very close by as well. And K9 just taking control of the big window. It's a very difficult position for the defenders to fight against.
Ash is going to get the very first kill of the map over by the main lobby. Matt's Maverick gone. Neptune spraying into Penthouse means that he's not aware it's clear, which means that nobody's droned it out, which means loss of information and inefficiency on the attack, which is going to hurt Elephant Gang in the long run when they eventually go for that site push. Now, the really dangerous thing is that it doesn't seem like Elephant Gang are clearly set up to actually attack anywhere in particular. And they're losing a lot of manpower as they've just lost Ghost to Crazy. Now, the gas canisters are being put out to deny the push in through the kitchen window. It seems to be a Sunrise Bar push, but there's not a whole lot of real actual pressure being applied by the attackers, despite all this vertical control. As I say that, Neptunes will take down Breezy, but immediately refragged by Yeti, who peeks into the very same hole. A ballsy play by Yeti, but it worked out. Acid not paying attention to the main lobby stairs and will die to Trippin. But it's all up to Trippin as Yeti gets another kill through the holes in the floor. Ash now, a good operator to clutch, but he's going to... Oh, wow, he does check for ZZ. Impressive game sense there for Trippin. And as he pushes into the site, he's pressured for time, and he cannot pick up the diffuser. Yeti will take him down. Excellent round for the Legion, and Noble take the first on this third map.
It's an efficient round. Noble here had control of the top floor for quite a substantial amount of time. You were mentioning that when we were talking about
good delay
earlier on. Yeah, there you go. They were able to delay. All the frags, or the one frag that was taken up early on by Elephant Gang was immediately refragged by the Legion. So, you know, Yeti playing very well. They're able to use those top-down positions to his advantage as well, and not just leaving them to the buck on the top floor, as again, I quote, those holes work both ways. So the Ash able to walk into the lobby. At that point, there's so many angles that you're watching. You're expecting the push to come in from the center open area, or to come in from the bar. Miscommunication, I guess, or maybe no information on the Ash. Not a problem. You get a kill, but there's 2 players still on the site, and it's an easy hold at the end of it. So Noble will take the first round very efficiently, very effectively. This time, they'll head upstairs. Of course, you win the site, you can't play it again. And now they're going to go to Hookah and Aquarium. So I'll set up by the pool table. They'll have all the murder holes that are set up. And you know why? Because they have a pulse. They also have 3 sets of C4s to play with. Not only is it the pulse that's bringing it, but also you have Yeti with a nitro cell, got the Valkyrie as well. So all 3 will combine very, very well here for Noble, playing from below, and they can have the ACOG of the dock to hold up from top stairs, close up to the bar in Aquarium by the pool table, billiards, and well, you have the smoke as well. That's probably going to be playing in Hookah. So all of that together works very well. The Maverick's a good operator. I don't know though if I would bring him here over a Habana, because that is not a banned operator.
Yeah, definitely an interesting choice for Egang. Light on the hard destruction. You know, Maverick is a hard destructor, but
he opens more opportunities than actual walls.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. ZZ playing by Sunrise will be attempting to delay any attacking push, well, into Sunrise, go figure. It's a very powerful position to play, the actual Sunrise bar itself, and it's hard for an attacker to clear you out unless they are making a concerted effort, which it does not appear to be the focus of Egang. Or at least they want this control, but they don't seem to be using any of the tools at their disposal. Very slow push into that Sunrise bar. ZZ, as soon as being droned out, will fall back. It's the right call, I'd say, as it will still, you know, his position will, oh no, waste so much utility from Egang. 2 grenades and at least 1 use of the lifeline. Gone in the blink of an eye. Avian will take down Acid. Crazy trying to fight the push into Sunrise bar through the wall. Actually narrowly missed some shots onto Ghost there. That's he is distracting the attackers, if nothing else. Using his heartbeat detector, he's going to be able to acquire a much more precise location of his opponents. The Valkyrie cameras are inside of Sunrise bar, as you can see, and ZZ is using that to gather information for his team. The push coming over to Sunrise bar has been substantial in terms of manpower, but really just kind of a dance here for the attack. Crazy will eat a lifeline, but will also be able to use his C4 to get a kill onto Neptunes. Great destruction there. Ghost will take down Crazy in response, though. The diffuser coming into Hookah all the while. The attacker's trying to clear out below the site, but Breezy, the anchor inside, will hold fast. ZZ, if he still has C4 in hand, will be able to deny the plant from below, but now, as Breezy goes down, is the last possible hope for the defense. C4 well placed, will take out Ghost. Only 20 seconds left, but it's still a 2 versus 1 in the attacker's favor. They've got just enough time to get that diffuser and plant it. Peek from the Valkyrie, though, will die to K9. That is an interesting choice for K9 to peek it, though. He had the diffuser. No, Correction, he had the Claymore, and he was covering for the defuse plant. Great job to K9 there. Forgive me for even questioning him. Elephant Gang take the first round on Coastline.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Forgive me, Alexandre, for I have sinned.
Yeah, I made the mistake of assuming that K9 picked up the diffuser, was attempting to plant.
We saw the animation.
Yeah, you see the Claymore animation, you're like, oh, that's a diffuser animation, and why is he getting off the diffuser? But no, I was mistaken. Either way, a curious round there. Most of the action was downstairs, but it eventually did go upstairs once Elephant Gang realized, hey, half of the defense is downstairs. We could just plant. And they tried. They failed initially, but they won in the manpower, and that's what's important.
Similar to what Noble were doing when we were still on map 2 on Border. It's just similar adaptations, and this shows the level of play that we're looking at here, where both teams are able to drone, get information, and then play off of it. Not just have a strategy and try to execute it no matter what. Also being able to be flexible, and that's really what separates the top teams from others. How flexible are you, not only in operator picks, but sites and how you play those sites and your strategies, and how can you re-strategize on the fly, as time and time again teams like Rogue, EG, SK, G2, they have shown they're able to do very effectively in any situation really. But go down to a bar defense as you see ZZ setting up his black eyes on the Valkyrie. And he holds in from the security room. A very powerful position. Of course, there's hallway. There's a bit of a Z block there that you have to hold and have to run in like a speed demon to deal with anybody playing at the end of it. And there you go. Neptunes will get a spot on the Valkyrie in the back, but can he do much against it? Not really. Valkyrie should be playing close angle, and it's a complicated spot to deal with unless you're going in for a pinch, and even then. So ZZ will walk back into the bathroom and just stick it through here, as the kitchen will be his position. We always talked about this, where with every site that you're playing... Oh, man, what an angle. Okay. So with every site that you play, there's always that peel-off effect, where you have multiple layers of defense, where bit by bit you shave time off of the attackers, and you're able to fall back into another defensive position and just hold fast time and time again until time draws near, and then you'll have to face off in the fight. There you go. Trippin will get the first kill, and he takes down the smoke. Again, huge pick here from Egang.
Yeah, taking out the smoke means that the plant behind Blue Bar, which is inevitable, will be so much easier. Though the roamers by the main lobby are going to complicate things, because as you can see, the wall next to the Blue Bar is nice and open, which means that the defuse plant can be denied. To your left there, you can see those holes from the main lobby, which is what Noble is counting on. They still have the C4 from Yeti, and Acid, of course, has been landing his shots, so that is something to account for. But oh no, ZZ attempts a flank and is thwarted. Because of his death, there will be no denial from that open area or main lobby. Crazy's going to have to rotate into that if that's something that Noble wants to use moving forward. C4 still in hand though, and no! Trippin again shows up to deny the denial of the defuse plant, and it's an absolute stomp from the E-Gang. Noble falls 1 by 1 by 1, and 2-1 now in E-Gang's favor.
That was very effective, honestly. Obviously, a lot of the effort and the praise should be put on Trippin in that round.
Trippin, yeah.
Just walks around, holds angles, plays against his opponents, and just challenges them and
denies
wins
the flank, denies the C4, which would be the way that the defense would deny the defusal plant. I mean, he did everything.
It's just excellent, I have to say. That's just how you should be playing an Ashe, I guess. Not only because there's two ways a lot of people will see it. Either, oh, you have to just run around and get kills, or some people, what they'll do is just hold an angle the entire round, and you're like, that's not how you should be doing it. And
yeah.
It should be reactive.
I mean, yeah, it definitely, I think the role of an Ashe is a bit fluid, right? It's whatever your team needs at the moment. Trippin was a flank hold there. He was an entry frag there. He was all the things. He was a plant cover there. And that's about as good as it can get And the reason that Ash is so much more dynamic than some other operators is that, you know, she's say what you will, she's the fastest in terms of everyone's mind's eye. She's the fastest 3-speed, right? There's no speed difference, to clarify that statement. But, you know, that doesn't stop people from imagining she's quicker. Speaking of quicker, Neptune's going to be rushing into the site here, and will try to deny the, well, push in through the smoke that's been established. The diffuser being implanted by the Maverick of Avian. Neptune's nade will find Yeti. Ghost also takes out Acid with a beautiful one-tap in the main lobby. Crazy will be down. ZZ now, the last defender, and he has to retake in a post-plant. It's not going to happen. Ghost shuts him down. What is going on, Egang? A rush in through delivery, and now a 3-1 lead.
Not just a rush into delivery, but also not neglecting the fact that you have to hold post-plant positions. So they already had Ghost that's contesting against the lobby, and the instant that diffuser was set, he holds the angle for potential rotations from security. Beautiful play. Exactly how you should be doing it. And where were Egang when they played this against Accelerate?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean,
Penthouse, maybe, was that the thing that they weren't expecting?
I'm not sure what it is, but Egang definitely look a lot stronger here in this second map. I mean, you could say they're getting their second wind, but the first time around, they didn't look as powerful as they're looking right now. This is the crazy thing, man. We first map 6-1.
Like, hey, it's done. It's over.
It's over.
Go home.
We're moving on. And then second map, they get a reverse sweep after going down 4-1. They end it 6-4 in their favor. So here we are on map 3, and now they're up 3 rounds to Noble's 1. This is crazy. It's somewhat similar to the first matchup, where we saw Elephant Gang, and the first map 6-1. And then the second map went to Accelerate 7-6. So that's the big difference. In the second map, we had overtime for the first match. And now if the trend continues, then we're going to see this match end 6-3 in Elephant Gang's favor, if the trend continues. Because Accelerate won the final map of their series against Elephant earlier, 6-3 on Clubhouse. So I mean, who knows? It's possible.
At this point, yes, literally anything is. It's
we saw a reflected scoreline on the first map of both series, so.
Well, it's a similar situation that Egang were in when they were playing on this map against their opponents of Accelerate, and here they're able to do the same, dish out the same revenge, I guess. The revenge tour is still alive. Is that a thing still?
I suppose, but it's not as applicable as England's revenge tour, in my opinion.
England's revenge is definitely the concert that everybody was looking forward to.
So this half, I'm gonna predict this. This half should end 3-2 if we're going by the previous coastline standards. So Noble should take this round, and then the next half should put us into overtime. And then it should go all the way to the 13th round.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I would love for that to happen. To be completely honest with you, and so far the match has been fairly back and forth, and I would be completely down for it. Here, Trippin on the Ash again, looking for potential entry, and he'll fire off his Viper Strike. Not sure where he's hit.
I think he's trying to get an angle from above into the site down. But I'm not entirely sure. Crazy has a very safe angle he can play above the blue bar. Love this spot behind that little mini bar above. And yeah, you can see the Ash charge being used to cut off rotation from the soft wall by Sandwich, where Acid is playing right now.
So this possibly is a point where Trippin is like, you know what, I'm not even going to try to push you. I'm just going to use this angle to my advantage in the future. So
seems like he's determined that there is a Jaeger playing by the minibar in billiards, but that Jaeger has fallen back after the Ash charge hit the wall adjacent. Mute still playing in the hallway / hookah, just spraying, looking for Trippin, seeing if he can get that free kill. Trippin, of course, one of the top performers on Elephant Gang right now, and if you could get him off the board, that would be substantial for Noble. But he is not going to be felled by some random shots through the floor or the wall just yet. Now, all the while, the attack lining up for a push onto the site. The smokes are delaying this somewhat. but the grenades can reach through those smokes. Unfortunately for Neptunes, neither will land. Ghost will get the first kill on the Breezy, though Yeti will refrag. Ghost goes down. Crazy also eliminates K9, and Yeti onto Avian means that this is going to be a really hard recovery, but Trippin is still here, and he is still fragging. He will take out Yeti, but immediately taken down by Acid, and it's not going to be enough for Neptunes to take down ZZ. Crazy ends things out. Noble wins the round, and look at that, 3-2. Surprise, surprise.
Well, on point tonight, Mr. Michael.
Well, I mean, okay, so now what needs to happen is we need to go 5-5 in the second half.
Yep.
And then overtime, and then 7-6.
Yeah, I hope hospital not too far away from us, because we might need some medication for a heart attack if this actually goes the distance.
I don't know about that, but
it's getting pretty close, I have to say.
It's definitely going to be a close match. I mean, it's already been a close match. I don't know. We don't need to. Hookah Billiards going to be the first defense here for Elephant Gang. And they did win the first half, though not as much as I think they should have. They had a couple opportunities missed there, of course, on the 2 rounds that they lost, the kitchen defense and 2-bar defense from Noble. They do seem a lot more in shape, though, so far. That last round, Noble's attack, or rather, Noble's defense, is pretty stalwart. Elephant Gang's attack was all over the place. Trippin was detached from his team, and in the past it's worked out for him. But the reason it's worked out for Trippin in the past is because his team would be alive, he would get 2 kills, and yeah, sure, he would die, but his team would still be there to recover. And they would be working together to more of an extent than what we saw in that previous round.
5 seconds to insertion.
All right, we continue on in here as K9 is trying to set up his mirror window, and it's a pretty standard one. Some people will go for more of a crouch level mirror window here, but you know, both work out pretty well.
It's up to you, I suppose.
It really is personal preference at that point. You know, he'll have a look all the way down through, and he'll set up the second one as well. This is the crouch level, so it's more difficult to shoot if somebody wants to destroy the castle barricade and look on down. Some teams, we saw this with both Rogue and SK, but specifically SK, where the Zofia will pop the castle barricade, exactly what Crazy is doing here. And you can just look on down. Sometimes you'll even bring DMR to play with, usually a Blackbeard that can just hang out here and have a long angle to play with.
Crazy will lose his drone as soon as he throws it in the window there. It's quick reactions from Elephant Gang to shut that down. Noble, seemingly aware that Aquarium is cleared out. They might go for a clear out there and maybe a push into sight. Ghost getting a little too aggressive. Will die to Crazy. An ill-advised peek there. Crazy now going to be able to re-establish himself on this window and continue to apply pressure to the mirror window. But oh no, K9, long angle from the minibar inside of Billiards will win that fight. That's a really important one to win as well from a very long range with very low damage SMG. Impressively done from K9. Yeti, the grenade onto Avian, well placed indeed. And the advantage still in Noble's favor, but just barely. Yeti playing downstairs is the perfect operator to open up from above, but Neptune seemingly aware of this. The Dokabi phone call going to keep Yeti on his toes, though.
Neptune's still holding off in the kitchen. He'll fall back and try to play from the lobby and potentially go back up to rejoin his squad mates as Trippin is holding in still behind the mirror window. Neptune's now walking in and will impact through and should have a cleared angle here on the buck as he sprays, but the T5!
Oh no.
Not enough damage, and Noble scrape away with a ton of health still left on the buck. Gas canister thrown in as Acid will try to stick.
He might get it.
He should be able to hit this one here, and there you go. The diffuser is set for Noble. And it's 3 players alive for Egang versus the 4. Noble putting themselves in a better post-plant position. Shotgun will connect on to 1, but that's the IQ to get the second. IQ still alive in the back as K9 looking for more kills, but from the back, Yeti is ready for him, and ZZ holding off on the main window will get 1 more in the Capitao, and that is Noble now. Closing this in closer and closer to that 5-point. Now they're at the 4. We head at the 3-3, and we head to round number 7 on a tie. How far will this go?
Well, like I said, 7-6, Gassan.
Well, you have been right so far, so
who knows? We'll
who am I
see.
to judge?
That last round, let's pick it apart. So Noble, they started things off attempting to attack from below primarily, and they droned out Aquarium. To me, it looked like they made a gut decision. Aquarium's clear. It's a castle barricade in our way. All we need to do is open that up, and then we have clear access to the site. They said, hey, let's just go for it. And they had managed to get some picks at that point. But once the call came in for Aquarium, they shifted. They pushed into Aquarium, clearly taking it with ease. And then it's all up to the Capitao to lay down some smokes and just plant the diffuser. Or rather, I believe it was the Dokabi, correction, to lay down the smokes and plant the diffuser. But it didn't really feel at any point like Elephant Gang had anything to stop that with. They did manage to get some gas canisters in good places, but, you know, too late in the middle of that diffuse plant. And the diffuse plant was stuck. It happened. In the post plant, Noble just locked it out. It was done.
Yep. The instant they saw the opening to go for the plant, they went for it. And they held the big window, they held the flank, and they had the manpower advantage.
To me, the real question is, why the heck is Elephant Gang not defending Aquarium? Like, you don't have to play in Aquarium. I'm not saying playing. That's a dangerous thing to do. But why, where's the focus, man? It seemed like they were so distracted with the people repelling, with everybody over by the hookah side, that they could not deny the push in from Aquarium. It was a little bit odd. It just felt too easy for Noble to make that push happen.
You know, Crazy will set up his Claymore to hold off late round rotations. And we've seen this in the past, really being detrimental, where a lot of times a Valkyrie will be playing on the inside of the security room and then move in from the back and really able to claim kills that she shouldn't have gone. And especially in here, the mirror window will get spotted and taken out. And I wonder if that was a hit from above or from the side. C4 will be thrown in, and Noble immediately going for the plant. They're already holding off at the top side, but Neptunes will get one on Breezy. DMR will find one as Acid can't get the second. The Vector, too strong, too fast. Crazy with one more on the Ghost. It's an equal game, 3v3. Avian, Neptunes, and K9 trying to find better positions as they walk into the hallway as well. Crazy in the 1v1 fight up close. They go in, they all push towards him. He's got the pistol out, but Avian is ready, 2v2 here. But Yeti is up top. Grenade's gonna get tossed right onto the diffuser. He's ready for this here. Nobody will connect, and he's just watching it from above. They have to take the fight. ZZ. Oh no, Yeti is down. Avian has got it, but the mirror is going in for the diffuser. They jump out, and ZZ will clutch it. K9 going down, and Noble are still in this. They go up 4-3. My God.
Absolutely insane clutch there from Noble. For a moment, I thought it was going to be an insane clutch from Elephant Gang. So back and forth that round. It could have gone either way. And, dude, Elephant narrowly brought that back. Yeti was the linchpin playing from above, and he was taken down.
He was ready.
He was ready. How did he die? That blows my mind. And despite that, still, ZZ manages to clutch it out. So impressive for Noble. Kitchen, again, for Elephant Gang, but it's going to be hard to recover from that round.
Once they saw that they still had the time, Egang at least rotated. The Mira was still left on the site. They rotated the Castle of Avian to the top floor, and once the focus had already shifted onto the diffuser, it was the Buck that was focused on it. The Castle came in, found the angle, took him out as he was exposed, watching from the main window of VIP, was taken out, went out and vaulted and tried to play against opponent and then the 1v1 fight. And even with barely any bullets left, I mean, you saw the Capitao holding in from the outside by the pool, taking down the Mira, switches to the Beretta, and then able to get the shots on the Castle. Absolutely insane plays there.
I want to take a wider step back here. We've only seen 2 attacking rounds thus far from Noble on this map, and they've been successful in both of those rounds. And one thing that really has stood out to me is the distinct focus on objective play for Noble. We saw the same thing actually from Elephant Gang. They put a lot of emphasis on their objective focus play on attack. I mean, I remember, like, for example, the kitchen rush. You know, they went for that diffuser plant immediately. Go, go, go.
Yep.
And it's definitely a trait that both teams have been sharing. And every time we see the attacking team get that diffuser down, which is a big part of this round, or sorry, this match so far, they tend to win the round. You know, it's not a sure thing, of course, but it's definitely I think something that both teams have caught on to is like, hey, if we get the diffuser down. And I know that, okay, I hear you guys. Duh, Kickstar, that obviously, if you get the diffuser down, you're better inclined to win the round. But we've seen whole matches. We've seen Pro League days go by where there's like 3 or 4 diffuser plants.
And they're all go-go.
And where there's 3 or 4 diffuser plants. And we you know, we'll often see it not even affect the match that much. So, you know, seeing this heavily objective-focused play, really, I love seeing it from both teams. It's great to have.
The whole strategy is built around go for the objective first and then hold.
And here we have, speaking of that, Noble trying to smoke off and go for a plant. But the gas canisters from Elephant Gang will deny it. And you could see Trippin's not taking any chances this time. He's like, no, you are not getting in under cover of smoke. He laid down all 3 gas canisters there. And the C4 from K9 is wasted. Breezy with the peek will land one, but Trippin refrags immediately. The diffuser is being planted amidst the smoke, and there's no more gas canisters nor C4 to deny it. Noble manages to get another one down. Elephant Gang have 4 alive, but their phone calls are coming out. Ghost will take down one, but Crazy refrag onto Trippin. Ghost running out on the north balcony, cannot find any more targets. And Acid in the perfect position to lock this out. But is that a disable happening right now? It is! It's a disable going down. Crazy will take down Neptunes, which will deny the diffuser disable. Avian in the hallway will take out Crazy. Acid with a shot onto Ghost. It's back and forth, but Avian is the last man standing for the defense, and he cannot win the fight against Acid. I will correct myself. It wasn't not a diffuser disable. It was a call from the Jacoby. But either way, an excellent round from Noble, all stemming from a diffuser plant once more.
Objective play. That's what wins games.
And you saw it on your screen there, ladies and gentlemen. Match point for Noble, which means Elephant Gang need to win 2 in a round in order to push us to overtime and keep their hopes alive.
Will the prophecy be true? 2 more rounds. That's all it takes.
We'll find out. I mean, I got to be honest, at this point, it's not seeming likely. Noble have yet to lose an attack.
Their executions are...
Oh, they're on point.
Timed.
And you know the biggest thing? It's that objective focus. And it's working. It's so simple for them. Isolate a part of the site where they can access, Dokabi phone call, smokes, and plant. It's done. And
they found that when they were playing on map 1. They found it again when they went to border. But unfortunately, they were starting on the attack. Here, they get to finish on the attack.
Yeah, and they're definitely seeming a lot stronger on attack.
Yes, 100%.
When a Noble is allowed to isolate a part of the site, lay down smoke cover, they will plant the diffuser. If you do not have something serious to deny that diffuse plant. And here's the big thing. For every single one of these maps, what 2 defensive operators have been banned?
Maestro and Echo. And both, what do? They
deny the diffuse plant.
There you go.
So it's the perfect set of bans on defense for Noble style of play. I mean, it caters to Elephant Gang too. If we're being honest, Elephant Gang, when they were on attack, were very focused on that objective play. Not to the extent that Noble is being right now, but they were. We have to give them credit for it. That kitchen rush, I say again, was beautiful. But you said it yourself. On border, Noble started on attack. On coastline, Elephant Gang started on attack. And it seems like ending on attack right now is the favorable position to be in. And now Noble seem ready to lock it out. They only need to win one of the next 2 rounds, and it's done.
Yep. And if not, they will go into overtime.
And they could still win.
And they could still win. Obviously, at that point, it would be a coin flip, and who knows who gets which spot, and literally nobody knows. So Yeti will be moving in from the Sunrise Bar. The early position taken here, as you see the Jaegers close up, checking his phone.
This could be some free kills for Yeti if he's able to use the information that Crazy just gathered. Or, for that case, you know, Crazy after coming off the drone.
Yeah, well, Crazy, I don't know if he was able to spot the Jaeger, but there you go. Ghost will fall back. A smart thing for Egang to do here, not overexposing themselves and making sure that they can still have players in these positions. Obviously, Cool Vibe Stairs, a very important position to hold, and having Neptunes as well to help you on the cross angle. definitely can be something to add on top. But you already see the first calls from the Dokkaebi, and yeah, Rutro indeed. Yeti will get the first one on Trippin, and that's a huge kill. The smoke is out of play at a minute 35.
That is tremendous for Yeti. That's about as powerful as a kill as it gets. And he will dodge the C4, which does nothing but to serve the purposes of the attack, which is to clear out some barbed wire. The C4, or the grenade, will do quite a lot. Oh. Yeti with the triple! He goes down to K9, but the damage is done! It's match point! We're gonna need to see a 2 versus 4 clutch right now from Elephant Gang if they want to go to Pro League. It doesn't seem likely as the diffuser is being planted. Acid gets it down under cover of smoke once more. Breezy on the window by Billiards will cover the rotation from Avian. Will he see it in time though? Yes, he will. Crazy gets one, Breezy the other, and Noble retain their position in Pro League. Elephant Gang go back to Challenger League. Heads hung low.
Unfortunate there for any fans of Elephant Gang after these 2 hard-fought matches all the way to the end. 6 maps played by Egang against 2 different opponents, yet no victory to be found. And unfortunately for them, it means that they're... Good luck, Acid. But it's a very complicated spot to be in. Unfortunately, you're down in CL. You retain your spot in Challenger League for next season. But it's just not what you're looking for, and it has to be disheartening.
Yeah, see, the cool thing about this for Elephant Gang, the nice thing, is that they can look at this and be like, cool, accelerates out of Challenger League. They're in Pro League now, which means we're the best Challenger League players. But
it's just...
In North America. But at the same time, no. That's another... That's 6